Hi, good morning. This is transformations. This is a translation. A translation slides the object of physics, distance, and specific direction. Okay, translations are rigid motion transformation, meaning that the original object, what they call the pre-image, and the translation, or the image, are the same shape and size. They're congruent. Nothing changes. Angles don't change, size don't change, parallel doesn't change, nothing changes. Okay? So the pre-image we call, this is a pentagon, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay? And when you slide an object, you put the prime mark on the slide. So A prime means that the point A has been slid from this point to this point. Same with B and C and D. Now if you take any 2 points, like say taking point C and E here, and if you join those together, those lines will always form a parallel line. So that's how you know it's a slide, okay? So if we move it a second time, okay, then we do A double prime or B double prime. That's a second move, okay? So anytime you move a thing, you put a prime on there. All right? Okay, so let's go try one of these. All right, so this figure now, it says we're going to translate the figure 5 units down. Now the rule says, looks like this. It says XY translates to whatever happens to X and Y. So this is going to be X plus or minus A, B, A, and then Y plus or minus B. Okay, so we're going to look at the rules also. Okay, so now this figure here, it says, got to do a couple of things on the graph. This is plus for the x-axis, this is minus for the x-axis. This is plus for the y-axis. This is minus for the y-axis. Okay, so we go to the right, we're adding. We go to the left, we're subtracting. We go up, we're adding. We go down, we're subtracting. Okay, so and this one here, it says, try to get the figure 5 units down. Okay, the original point is right here. It's at negative 401. Okay, but the rule says 5 units down. So we take our rule and we say, okay, well, X, Y translates to X. We're not going to change X. We're not moving it at all. And we're moving the Y down 5. So Y minus 5. Okay? So you just go over here and got to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that point right there. Okay, this is A. So this would be A prime. We moved it. Okay. And my new point would be X stayed the same. According to my rule, X stays the same. And we take Y, which is 1, and we minus 5. So 1 minus 5 would be negative 4. This point should be at negative 4, and that's where it's at. Okay? All right, so that's how we do the translation. Okay? Let's go try the second one here. Okay, so this one says, translate the figure 7 units to the right and 6 units up. So that means our rule is going to be XY translates to 7 units to the right, so that means we're going to do X plus 7 and up 6 units, so that would be Y plus 6. Okay. Original point on the graph is at negative 4, negative 8. Okay, and if we follow our math, we can count this and go 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my new point should be right there. This is B. This would be B prime. Okay, but that point, if we take our math and go, what's negative 4 plus 7? Well, that's 3, which is where that's at. We take negative 8 plus 6, that's negative 2, which is where that point sits right there. It's negative 3, there's 3, negative 2. Okay, so the math, so we can count it, or we can do the math. Either way, we get the same point. Okay? All right, so let's go look at the next page then. Okay, on the next page, we're going to answer these questions about this first problem. So we're going to translate this figure 5 units to the right. So we're going to 5 units to the right. We're just going to go up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that corner. There's that corner. There's that corner. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that corner. So my new shape looks like this. Kind of, if I can draw straight lines. Okay. And My new shape looks kind of like that. I'm not an artist. All right, so when the figure is translated, the final angle measures are smaller than the original ones. Well, of course they don't change. Nothing changes, so, okay. When the figure is translated, if two sides are parallel to each other on the original figure, then those two sides may not be popular. Again, this is false because nothing changes. Okay, when the figure is translated, its side lengths stay the same. This is true. Okay. All right. Okay, now the next part is just if you can drag this image on top of this dotted image and make it fit exactly, it's possible. This will not work, so this is not possible. This is more fun on Alex. You actually get to drag them. Okay, this one here, this works. Drags is completely over top of this, so drag it right on top of that. It works perfectly fine. Okay, so just when you do it on Alex, it just drags over. Okay, this last part, we're going to redraw this. We're going to go 1 unit to right and 4 units up. So we're going to have XY translates to 1 unit right, so X plus 1, and Y plus 4. Okay, so here's point A. We're going to enable these. That's A. This is B. This is C. So we're going to go 1 unit right, so 1 right and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. That's A prime. 1 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. B prime. And 1 right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. There's C prime. So if this shape is drawn correctly, then we'll have a triangle of the exact same shape and congruent to the first triangle, but we now have translated. So that's translation in a nutshell. Okay, just count where they move. Left to subtract, down to subtract, up and right are both add, and we're done.